we decided to do the spiritual forecast. What that means, whatever we feel today, we're going to discuss that because we, as one, connected to everyone else that is listening to us. And we know that you feel the same way, but maybe different experiences. So, since everyone energetically needs a little bit of boost with all the changes that is happening, so we're going to kind of have a very simple talk, and hopefully you'll join us soon, and we're all going to make this soup together, spiritual soup.
So I wanted to ask you, you mentioned energetically, right? And as humans, we are so bound, and the only thing we know is the physical. Like my physical body, this table, our home, our cars, everything's physical. And we get so caught up into that. And you mentioned we are energetic beings. Can you elaborate on that?
So, everything that we think, everything that we feel, um, it's a shift of energy. It's the spirit, the mind, body, spirit, emotion, everything we experiencing. It created from that space of one, and so I see it as energy is pulsing as we are making any decisions, feeling any emotions, any thoughts, any ideas comes through. And the source of all that is, I believe that came from energy, as science already proven that. So for me, I see it very simple. I see it as just unconditional love, and it's vibrating. That vibration of feeling good and feeling in love, feeling in joy, feeling in kindness. It's the energy of that space of one
Mm-hmm.
that is generating um, to us. And if you're aware of it, if you're present of it, we can shift that to the higher vibration to expand and to bring more clarity to ourselves and others and help them. So it's kind of like you're driving sober, or we decided to take our sunglasses off at night to see clear. Um, so that clarity generates from the energy that we are, because we are a physical being, but experiencing this physical um, attachments or whatever it is. But in reality, we are spirit um, experiencing this physical body. But we always a spirit. We always connected to mind, body, spirit, and emotion. So we are not separated. But knowing that we are spirit, that energy of spirit, it helps us to bring balance to mind, body, and emotion into this physical realm. Um, I'm not a physician. I mean, physics, about going through the formula and see what the energy is. But for me, it's love.
Mm-hmm. So, in other words, we are energetic beings in a body, as opposed to being a body and have maybe a soul or some energy. We are energy, right?
We are one with the space of consciousness. The consciousness is not here. We are actually in the space of consciousness. So when you see that, you feel like powerful, isn't it? Because you have access to everything. Because we are not just the isolated, physical being.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, the space of consciousness, it's I am everywhere, you know. So yeah.
You mentioned heart and love, and Valentine's around the
Yes.
corner next week. And these holidays, people have mixed emotions. So people who are in a romantic relationship and are happily in that relationship, this is an exciting holiday for them. However, when people are unhappy or
Only one
single,
day to love.
one day to love.
Only one day.
So you talked about again us being energetic being and our being and consciousness is love and spiritual presence. So when how can different people in different relationship situation with this level of consciousness really enjoy Valentine and enjoy love on a day that everybody in the country is celebrating it?
I think first thing we have to be aware not to buy into the rules of celebration just for one day. You know, Mother's Day,
Mm-hmm.
only Mother's
Yeah.
Day, Valentine's, only Valentine's. You have to have a partner in order to celebrate love. So we have to be aware and we have to be present that the space of loving one another is not just for male female, it's not just for the you have to have partner, it's love all that is, and it's the um it's a you have to be aware of that every moment in our time. So I think Valentine's it's a good reminder, but it's all about business.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about celebrating outward love, not inward love. I think we have to to learn how to love from within.
Mm-hmm. So love, how do I learn to love within? How do I start? If some of our viewers may be very new to this concept that we're introducing. So
Mhm.
at like baby steps, how can I love my heart?
For me, if I'm judging myself, I'm aware of it because it starts with how you treat yourself.
Mm.
What kind of thoughts you're having? Is it a fearful thought? Is it a judgment thought? If it's an anger thought? Because even when you eat, you have to be conscious of what you put in your body. So you just have to you just have to be aware of how you feel and not be afraid of feeling feeling everything you say, everything you do, everything you hear, everything you touch. I think it starts with that. Yes, it's baby steps, but in in that baby steps, if some emotion comes to the surface, you have to, um, or if you like to, you don't have to, kind of embrace that and just say, what is it that I'm feeling? Open the door and say why I'm telling myself that. I think that self-love starts with really examining your emotions and be aware of when you're judging yourself and others.
Mm-hmm.
um, it's a it is a baby steps. It's not easy because we haven't taught in school or you know
Mm-hmm.
um,
Yes,
society.
when you said that, I this mantra I tell my clients to do is put your hand in your heart, and even especially at a time of self doubt, low self esteem, frustration, anger, just put your
Mhm.
hand here and say, I truly love and accept myself. I fully love and accept myself.
That's
And just
wonderful.
put your hand, and now
Mhm.
science also shows when we put our hand here, it's like we're hugging
Mhm.
ourselves, and we are the oxytocin, which is a happy um, happy
Hormones.
hormone, it starts to get released in our body. So it is those baby steps of learning to love ourselves
Mhm.
instead of being over focused on the external love or uh, validation from a partner or others, right? So maybe.
I think the hardest part is to detach from external
Mhm.
power. That's a process. So yeah, definitely that hormone is, and even when for myself, like if I put my hand on my heart, I would I would go inward and feel my heart, even feel my hands, who is touching me, who is loving me, and that who is the spirit that never left home.
Mm.
So um, it's mantras are powerful, it's beautiful, but I always tell you know people that start feeling, it's okay to feel, you know
That's
it's
scary.
okay.
That's
Yes, it's
scary.
okay to feel when you're angry, it's okay to feel when you're happy, it's okay to feel when you say no and you don't want to do something you don't want to. um, but again, we have to relearn everything that we learned from past, every belief that disconnect us from our peace. We have to deprogram that. So.
And you mentioned detachment. So detachment doesn't mean that I don't care about my family, my job, my home,
Right.
right? However, when I'm detached, how am I? I'm caring. I'm taking care of my life, right?
Yeah, detachment, it's kind of, let's say, for family members, let's say for your children, for example, you have to detach from your controlling part of you, the fear that you have for your children. And that's a detachment we talk about, because uh, that control part of us that we constantly worry about our children, that's going to slow us down from our peace. That's going to detach me from my spirit. And as soon as I get detached from my spirit, from knowing who I am, um, it would start bring me more fear. It would start bring me disconnection, even from my children, because then I'm not in the heart, I'm in the head, and it doesn't bring balance. So detachment from stuff, that's another story. Because it's okay to have everything. It's okay to have a car, it's okay to have a cell phone, it's okay to have a piece of jewelry, but not in a way that without them you're nobody.
Mm.
Or if somebody come and rob you, the rest of your life you're going to be in a depressed mood. So I think it's easier to detach because you know who created that, the stuff we're talking about. If I'm looking at my glasses, I know I'm projecting that. So if I created that or co-created with source, then I can always create more. But in that space, I have to be in my inner peace, in the quiet inner silence. And that's a process.
That's a problem. So staying detached and not worrying for my kids as constantly, that doesn't make me a bad mom. Because I'm just imagining what the
Right, right.
viewers may be
Because
hearing.
because you're in the heart.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not controlling them. You're
Mm-hmm.
respecting you. You're in the heart, and you're able to listen to them without being angry about whatever they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Because the majority of time they just want to be heard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that makes us a better mom or a better parent when we're able to do that, be
Yeah, because you're
detached.
not in the fear mode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's not easy to do, ladies and gentlemen. We know it, but we have to keep practicing it, to be in that space of heart.
Very nice.
So this is a little bit of glimpse of what we're gonna be doing. This is a practice, so we'll come and join us. You have anything to say? You're good?
No, the only thing I have to say is I'm very excited. We're kind of nervous, but there's so much fear, like as Afie said, and a lot of pain when we look at the world and all the losses and all the upheaval. And we really believe sharing our spiritual forecast with you all is going to help keep us connected to the source, whatever the source is for you, to stay centered and participate in the positive energy that could hopefully help everybody that's hurting and in pain.
Perfect. Well said. Yeah. The other thing is the peace of the world starts within you. So, don't wait for people to stop the war, or don't wait for people to reach that love, but it all starts with you.
Mm.
So that's why we are here to kind of work and help ourselves as we are sharing this experience with you, so we can merge into one. We love you. Sending you kisses. See you soon. Bye for now.